Hey guys, it's me. Shut up, Tyler. But guess what, guys? Today I want to talk about one of my favorite consoles of all time, the Xbox 360, for its 20th anniversary. Following up the original Xbox that released with the fifth generation of consoles, the Xbox 360 came out on November 22nd, 2005 in the US, and later on in Japan in December 10th of the same year. Now, there isn't just one Xbox, there's several. There's Xbox 360, the original Xbox 360S that came out in 2013, and then Xbox 360E back in 2013. What gave it an edge at the time was its pricing, was because the original PlayStation came out to a very expensive price with it too, and honestly, these two consoles just went at it so long is that this felt like truly the last console war that ever happened in gaming, or at least something never to this extreme. The price wasn't the only thing that was the attractive part with the Xbox 360, however. I think there was a lot of great features with it too. And the first one I want to start with is the controller. Honestly, guys, this is my favorite controller of all time. It's just so smooth. It just fits perfectly. This is just the king of controllers for me, and nothing ever outdoes it. And it just helps with so many of the games they got here on the system. The Kinect, well, not necessarily the same as the regular Xbox. It was an interesting add-on too, and it really gave a bit more of immersion with it, within games with it, but I don't think it really captured what the Wii did. Did you know that you could actually download videos and play music on your Xbox? I think that was really cool. Anybody else remember these little icons? Ooh, the gorilla and the skull were always my favorite. Just little extra bits that you could customize too with your character and your profile, but something I always liked too was getting the achievements in the games, do a little trick or complete the game or whatever. You could get these little things that would pop up on there. Really cool. Not that it was ever done with it until this point too. Xbox Live, coming back from the original Xbox as an add-on, but also too is that they had the arcade, so you could download games and stuff like that too, or you could play online. It's still really cool with this. I'm very surprised that games were coming out for this thing from 2005 until 2018. As great as it was, there was major flaws with the system, though, like the Red Ring of Death, for example. This really killed a lot of the original Xboxes, but why don't we start talking about some of the games with it, too? I think there's a lot to go over. This was a big heavy hitter, the Gears of War series that originally debuted on Xbox. I know this was a pretty big first-person shooter and stuff like that came out with it. Although, if you want to talk about shooters, nothing beats Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's still my favorite Call of Duty to this day. Viva Pinata, I remember this one. I remember they used to have a TV show about this. I played a little demo of it back in a Blockbuster, and I remember I really liked it, but I never really owned the game. Another one was Cameo. This one was made by Rare, the same people that made Conquer and Battletoads. This one was a little interesting. I think it was a little dated, but I do think it still holds up. I gotta go back to this sometime. Super Meat Boy. I remember watching the Great Cool Man play this and getting drunk off his ass. But I did play this though, and I did find it very enjoyable, albeit very difficult. Left 4 Dead 2. Oh man, what a banger. Oh, my dad and cousins and I would play this a lot. I always liked to be Coach. Just like a zombie horror game, but it was really fun. Speaking of co-op games, my sister Sammy and I always loved playing Lego Batman 2. It's a very standard Lego game, but man, it always has a soft spot in my heart. It was actually the first Lego game, so I can admit some bias with that, but it was always very fun. I replayed a little bit of it with some of the older missions too before, just to kind of get the memories going back. Sonic 06, you bastard, I remember you. This was actually the first Sonic game I ever got to play with my friend Alex. It wasn't very good, but another Sonic game I really did enjoy was Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Oh my gosh. Shit went down every time we would play these games at my dad's house. It was so much fun, just being able to race, and it introduced me to a lot of Sega franchises, and it made me a big fan of it too. Oh, but I can't even justify with this though. This game spoiled me with how much I love the racing with this game, guys. Ooh, if you have not played it, or its sequel, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, these are banger games. You could sit in Team Sonic Racing. I am interested in trying Crossroads though, but that's later. If you had to pick one game, you already knew it's Halo 3. What an icon this was. I remember people were camping out at the GameStop in my old hometown where this game is so good. I have barely played a little bit though. I gotta finish it. But This just cements the Xbox 360. It's just this perfect analogy for it. It's just so good. It's so great. And it's so disappointing at the same time. Now, look, don't get me wrong. You did hear me gush about this for the last 5 minutes. I love the Xbox. But as I grew up with it more, with the Xbox One and especially the Xbox Series S and X, I do like the consoles, don't get me wrong. But it sucks seeing how great Microsoft could have made these things and just felt the fall off with it over time. I mean, we do see a little bit more with this with PlayStation and Nintendo, where they have a lot more exclusives. I feel like that's kind of what kills it a little bit more with Xbox, but despite all that, guys, I'm still a big fan of Xbox. But with that being said, guys, you already know what's coming up for the next video. I'm going to see you guys for Luigi Day Vacation. All right, bye-bye, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.